And then suddenly, I suppose, like what happened to Saul on his way to Damascus, suddenly, in 1 second, I was instantly rehabilitated. Just like that, in a single second. Instantly rehabilitated by a £100 check from the publishers to write the fucking book. Now I think if they gave that to everyone to come out of Nick's society, it would be a much safer place. You can imagine the conversation, right? Oh, Howard, here's £100. Do you promise to write a book? Yeah. Yeah, of course I do. Spunked up the £100 within 3 months. Yeah. Did the fucking lottery, you know. Thinking I was back in the old days, I think, you know, that was the normal fucking budget for 3 months consumerism. Done the lot in. Spent the next 9 months in what I can only call relative abject poverty, as you know. Right in, Mr. Nice, which to my continuous astonishment became a bestseller. Okay? I didn't even have the right target audience in mind, right? I was writing it for old cunts my age. Okay? None of those bought it. And all the kids did. So wrote that book, became a bestseller. Okay? Now, it's not really a contractual obligation, but there's a moral obligation that if publishers pay money for you to write a book, then there's a obligation, as I say, to promote and publicize it. Are there any authors here? No? Alright, then I'm safe. Most authors are fucking arseholes. Arrogant bunch of arseholes, right? Their heads are so stuck up their arse that you can see it through the tonsils. And they say things like, oh, I don't feel the need actually to promote and publicize my book. I mean, surely it's creative output and literary merit can speak for themselves. I wasn't going to take that chance for a fucking second. Promote the arse out of it again. Now, most readings, you know, most forms of promotion for authors take the form of readings in bookshops. I've no idea if any of you have ever had the misfortune to attend one of those events, but terribly sterile, right? Completely nowhere. Okay, you're there in the middle of the day or something with some tired booksellers selling shite wine or giving shite wine in the middle of the afternoon, you know. And see, the author, the poor author, didn't write his or her book thinking that they would have to read it out aloud on a stage, right? They wrote it thinking that someone might read it lying on the beach or smoking a spliff before going to sleep or something like that. They didn't think they'd have to read it on a stage. So there's the poor author, right, in a sterile environment, doing what he's never done before with material that was written for some other purpose. So he's likely to be shite at it, okay? Against a backdrop of all the competition, everyone else's books. Doesn't make any commercial sense, makes no sense at all. So fucking hell, this is shit. At the same time, lots of other authors are thinking, yeah, this is shit. People like Roddy Doyle, Irving Welsh, started doing book readings in pubs and clubs. Okay? So I got on that bandwagon, right? Started doing book readings in pubs and clubs. Lots of the arsehole authors also got on the same bandwagon, right? And they'd come along, right? There's the poor landlord, right? Giving over his business for some fucking shite twat to come along and read from his book, okay? And they'd be saying things, oh, landlord, please no cash registers ringing when I'm speaking, okay? Fucking hell. Get a life. Like, as far as I'm concerned, if the bar is open here, like, please get as pissed as you fucking can. All I'm concerned about, believe me, is your enjoyment. There's nothing else that matters to me. Okay. So I started doing these readings in pubs and clubs, and started introducing things like sort of sounds, music, kind of video stuff, and clowns and midgets jumping up from the audience, and smoking spliffs, and just completely mental things. Changing the script every night, thinking, oh fucking hell, I didn't laugh at that bit, fuck this. Didn't make the mistake that other authors made, alright? Didn't read from the fucking book, just modified the extracts, assuming that I would have to read it aloud to people. It's not rocket science, you just do it. And the shows, despite changing every night and being a nightmare to my tour manager and everyone else involved, was selling out, right? In big venues, in cities, big cities in the UK. So I had to accept, I suppose, that I was now a best-selling author and a very successful stand-up comic. Wasn't part of a plan, I promise you. I didn't think, right, I'll get the fuck out of Wales, go to Oxford, get a degree in nuclear physics, then become the biggest dope dealer in the world, then get busted, do 9 years in prison, then come out, write the best-selling book, and maybe then they let me crack jokes.